Yo, so I woke up this morning and it's been a hot minute, but I said to myself, I was like, I'm gonna make a video today. Like, I'm locked in, I'm making a video today. And literally everything that could go wrong is going wrong. My camera's not working, so my camera's usually up there, if you can see. But right now I'm using my iPhone camera. So apparently, I guess the new iOS has an update where you could use your phone as a web camera, which is kind of cool. So we're using that today. And then as I was setting everything up, the audio was messing up and just literally Murphy's Law on this video. So like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. But I'm doing the first watch of this. It's kind of an old video, but if you are familiar with Judge Boyd, she has a great time in the courtroom. Really be like sentencing people, banishing them to the shadow realm. And so I really love her. Like, she's a great judge. I feel like, she kind of gives it to you real. And, you can tell she does have some care in her heart, that she does try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And if you don't, follow the directions, like your probation or, you mess up, like, you're going to have to suffer the consequences. So that's why I like her. We're going to check it out right now. This is a short video, so hopefully I won't make it last too long.
Everything, which I don't. I just forward it to IT and say, is this legitimate?
Oh, look at me. I forgot to turn my light on, too. Oh, shoot. See, like, I was having so many issues with it. Like, I had turned my light on, and it was just blinding me. So I was like, bro, I need to turn this off and just find out, kind of where to go from here. Hopefully it looks okay. I can't even see myself. Hopefully it looks okay.
So, here's my question for you. When somebody sends you an email, and then they say in all caps, this is a friendly reminder, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, and it's highlighted in all yellow saying, complete this survey. Is that a friendly reminder?
No, that's not friendly at all.
I'm like,
No, I'm not. I'm still not going to complete the survey.
So they're chopping it up right now. They're having a good time chopping it up. She's telling some jokes, going over her email, whatever. And they about to banish somebody. Like, in a few minutes, they're going to send somebody to like 30 years to life in the penitentiary.
well, you know what? You do these surveys. Like I did a survey saying it's always too hot in this court, but they're like, see you next year for budget. Like, okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 5691 and 2024 CR 008984, State versus Eric Lee Cooper Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record? State?
Andrew Ferris Evans.
Defense?
Robert Porter for Mr. Cooper.
And are you Mr. Cooper?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you hear that?
That's a lawnmower going in my background.
I just read an article where a child kept telling his parents that there were monsters in the wall, and it was a bee's nest. I don't know if you call it a bee's nest or not. A beehive, thank you.
See, look at bro is not even smiling, bro, and he knows he's about to get a life sentence, and everyone else is chopping it up. That meme where they're like, how judges sleep after giving you 54 years and they be sleeping. that's how he feels right now. Like, yo, it ain't nothing funny about being here. He's in the oranges, so he's in jail right now. Like, nothing's funny to him.
So it was a major beehive, and it was a 2-story house from attic all the way down behind the wall. So I hope that's not what's happening here.
I think entertaining the judge is kind of good,
ending in 91, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If I grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication will revoke, the court could revoke you and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number in 8-4, you're charged with burglary of a habitation. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication and give you deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand? If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. He was so quiet.
They're still laughing it up, bro.
Now I got to the point. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty in the cause number ending in 8-4. As you've applied for deferred adjudication, the court will defer finding of guilt. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
That is up to the court.
All right. State, does he have criminal history?
There's some juvenile history, but nothing as an adult.
All right. And so what is the juvenile criminal history?
Oh man.
I do have a legal question concerning the unauthorized use of a vehicle.
For who?
Okay.
And we are filled with defense attorneys in here, so I'm sure all of the legal minds, we can go off the record, all of the legal minds can get together. So you have somebody who's, yes,
Apologize for interrupting.
sure, no problem. Just one moment. Question. If somebody steals a vehicle, unauthorized use,
Yeah, they playing with them.
and
bro.
then somebody comes along and steal that vehicle from the person who stole it, and you know how they say it's who has the greater right to the vehicle? I'm just letting that sit there
What's sat there with me for quite a while?
because the person who first stole the vehicle doesn't have a greater right than the second thief.
Which is why we're not being charged with theft of the vehicle.
Yes.
It's an authorized use.
Unauthorized use from the person who stole it.
From the original.
Theft.
But then the question becomes, just one moment.
Bro, look, she's playing with his life right now. Like, you got to think right now. Like, he's facing 120 days or 2 years in prison, right? He could get all 2 years of them right now, and she's living this up to like a Google search analogy. He's about to get smoked.
Try to return it back to the lawful owner?
I don't know. See,
Still, even the
things-
defense.
I tell you,
laughing.
this reminds me of law school. It brought me back to my law school days. All right, but in the police report, it says that he knew that it was stolen when he stole it from a person who had previously stolen it. All right, so we're back on the record. State, he's applying for deferred adjudication. You are silent on his application. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, how old are you?
Before,
24? What are you planning on doing with your life other than foolishness?
Change it around.
I'm sorry, what?
Trying to change it around. I
no.
heard somebody.
See, this guy, he's already like cooked. So the judge they're joking, they're yapping it up, they're having a good time, they're even giving questions out to the audience, like they're just yapping it up. So then she turns the question around to ask him, "Hey, what do you plan to do with your life? Like you gotta have a plan, right? Like as a person, as a vessel, you gotta have a plan. Like if you don't have a plan, you're gonna do nothing." And so she's asking this guy, "Hey, what is your plan to do with your life?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna turn it around." He's cooked.
Came in here, did 22 years.
Why is he barking?
No,
Kept
what?
mentioning it to me, so I was like, nah, I'm not trying to do this no more. Got 4 kids.
4 kids.
You have 4 children.
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
5, 2, 2, and 3.
5, 2, 2, and 3. And are the 2-year-olds twins? Are they really?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And how many mothers?
3.
3 mothers.
Damn.
So you're just being fruitful and multiplying with no care for your children.
Damn.
I don't care about this.
No, because why are you doing an unauthorized use and a burglary of a habitation? In the burglary of a habitation, these people were getting ready to go to Africa, and you're in their home and you're not supposed to be. How far did you go? I'm sorry, guys. If you all could just ask the deputy to move you down that way. How far did you go in school?
4th grade.
All right, you didn't graduate?
Didn't
Why,
graduate.
why not? And stop mumbling.
I
Open.
got kicked out of school.
Why?
Like,
Oh, I don't think they just kick you out and then didn't have a place for you to go. Didn't they have you go to alternative school?
they did.
All right, so why didn't you go?
I went to Estrada at that time,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I was able to go to the graduation or not. So,
Well, did you have all of your credits?
yes, ma'am.
And where are your parents?
My dad's over the road. My mom.
Your dad is what?
My dad's over the road. He drives trucks.
Okay.
And my mom, like,
I
no,
heard that.
my mom beat up.
Well, I mean, have you had contact with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Was Child Protective Services ever involved in your life?
No, ma'am. I barely met my mom when I was 15.
So who raised you?
My dad,
All right, and what about your grandmother or grandparents?
my grandparents, they passed away. I didn't get to meet them.
Damn, I kind of do feel bad for bro. He is kind of, you know, on a crash out journey. And it's not all the way his fault. I feel like some of it, you know, like your dad's a trucker on the road, your mom leaves you. But it's not like she left when he was older. He's 15 and his mom leaves. I'm not too sure, but I'm kind of feeling a little bit of sympathy. But also, like, you got to get your mind right, man. 4 kids with 3 baby mamas is at 24 is like, you know, and you're not like a hooper. You're not like in the NBA. You're just a regular guy.
Do you have any siblings?
I do.
How many?
And he's not even tatted up. Like, I could see if he was like gang banging, like real, you know, tatted up, like he's got some bodies on him. But like, this guy seems like a regular guy, just kind of likes to, you know, get down.
Like 10.
10? And were you raised with them or no?
No,
Have you ever been employed?
yes, ma'am.
Doing what?
I worked on cars, worked at Tires to You, Jack in the Box.
He was working at Jack in the Box when he got arrested.
Okay. And I see you were in a car accident. That's why you have the staples. When did that happen?
3 years ago. That's when I lost one of my siblings.
Okay. And so when are they going to remove the staples?
They don't. I was supposed to, but going back that way, I had to get on the same highway that we had the wreck on.
All right. So you're telling me you're never going to get those staples removed?
Oh, well,
All right. I mean, they've been there for 3 years.
I had 8.
I hope you're not taking them out yourself. And that's a yes.
Oh my
You
gosh.
shouldn't be removing staples yourself. So this accident you had on the freeway, were you driving? Somebody else driving?
Somebody else was driving.
All right. And was there a civil suit to that or no?
That's right.
No, ma'am.
So have you ever received any therapy over that?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Last year,
Okay. Any drug issues with you?
no, ma'am.
They said this is
And
something
these
serious. What
people
happened?
you were hanging out with, who are they to you?
I know around
I'm sorry, what?
some people I used to call friends.
All right. So here's the thing. You have children.
He don't even seem that bad of a guy though. Like, you know, he's kind of aware, just kind of like making dumb decisions.
That you need to take care of. And if you continue the way you're continuing, you may not be around because people don't like people when they're in their homes and they're not supposed to be. And I note that in the burglary of the habitation, it's an apartment and doors appeared to be left open or something. So there wasn't a kicking in of doors. All right. State anything to add.
State aside, Your Honor.
No, I mean with regards to conditions or probation. All right, State, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, and cause number 5691. Court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes the parenting classes, 100 hours of community service will be waived. You're either going to obtain your GED or complete some sort of trade school. And probation, is there some kind of therapy for him that can be done?
Judge, I believe there's a degree counseling. That
All right. So we'll do grief counseling. All right, we can go off the record. In this court, in order to be successful, communication is key.
Hey, that's kind of chill. He didn't get nothing that bad. I thought he was going to have to do some time behind that, but he seems like, no adult criminal record. He's 24, so that's, a few years of not doing crime. And, just, it seems like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, he went into the apartment that was unlocked and then ended up in a stolen car that was already stolen by somebody else. And that can happen to you. I mean, you'd be surprised where, you may just have a friend or something like, oh, you got a car. Like, not realizing it's stolen, or maybe you do know, but then you're like, okay, I'm going to whip it around the corner real fast. And then you get caught up.
If there's an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And stop doing these type of things, because if you do, you could potentially end up either dead or going to prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't hate it. I feel like good guy, I mean, hopefully good guy. A lot of these videos end up being like, watch the first half, they kind of get off easy. Then the second half, it'll cut to them getting a much harsher sentence because they're back in the court again. So hopefully that doesn't happen to this guy. I mean, again, it seems decent. Seems like wrong place, wrong time. Quiet, shy guy. But I don't know. I'm like easily fooled. Like if you came to court and I was a judge, I'd be like, oh, he didn't mean it. Let him go. And you probably go out and do something outrageous that makes me look horrible as a judge. But anyway, that's all for this video. I'm gonna check in and read some books or something and learn a little bit more about life.
Life of a Kennedy, James Dean rollout. Summer spent in places most my people never know about.